how do you save taxes on cryptocurrencies and in general? This one is tricky, and I was interviewed on NBC on television about cryptocurrency taxes a couple of years ago. That was me showing off. Okay, I'm just kidding. But I read. I remember I was nervous for that interview, and I read 3 books on taxes, crypto taxes, a couple of days before. So I did a lot of research. It's hard. First of all, declare all your taxes, right? Like in some countries, if you make less than $500 on a side hustle, you don't have to claim it as a taxable event. But if it's over the limit of 500, whatever it is, you got to claim it because the government will find out. And the way they'll find out is they'll subpoena the records from the big exchanges or the wallet companies like Coinbase. And the IRS has done that. They've gone to Coinbase. This was a couple of years ago even. And they had Coinbase send them a list of all customers that at that point made over $20,000 in profit. There's nowhere to hide. And even the precedent is with Swiss banks. You know, back in 2009, like remember Swiss banks, you'd think Swiss bank account, so I can hide my money, no one knows it's there. They do know. And the precedent is back in 2009, the IRS found a loophole and was able to find out which Americans have massive Swiss bank accounts. There's nowhere to hide, especially with digitization. Everything's electronic, right? There's records online. You can't hide. Now, the way to save money on taxes is talk to your accountant first, but you can invest in cryptos in your retirement accounts, right? And it's IRA or whatever the retirement account is called in other countries out there. Talk to your accountant first, because sometimes when you buy an investment or you invest in something, if you don't put it into a retirement account when you buy it, you can never put it in, or it's harder to put it in. So talk to an accountant first before you do it. Yeah, and that way you can save money on taxes. Yeah. You could be like Peter Thiel. He's got between $5 and $10 billion tax-free in his IRA. And the way it works in the United States is there's 2 ways to save money on taxes when it comes to taxable accounts. One way is called the 401k, and it's called different things in different countries. And what that means is you can get close to $19,000 per year, put it into your 401k retirement accounts, and let it grow tax-free. And then when you want to take the money out, then you pay taxes on it. Right? But a Roth IRA is similar to that, but a little bit different, to the extent that you can put about $6,000 in per year to your Roth IRA, but you pay taxes first. And then you put it in, and then you never pay taxes again when you take it out. Why would you do that? You do that if you think your taxes are going to be much higher, your tax rate is going to be much higher in the future, or if you think that taxes in general are going to be higher in the future. And so what Peter Thiel did was in his Roth IRA, and you can contribute about $6,000 per year to it, he put almost all of his shares in PayPal, the company he co-founded, as well as Palantir, a company he was a lead investor on, in his IRA. And because of that, and he did it up for 0.0001 cent per share. And what happened was, obviously, PayPal did incredibly well. It went public, was bought by eBay, then was spun off. And of course, Palantir went public as well, ticker PLTR, I think. And what happened was he was able to sell those stocks once he had a liquidity event, meaning when the companies were public, and not pay taxes. And the problem is, though, that with our tax system also, there has to be a taxable event for you to pay taxes. And so the 400 richest families in the United States, they pay only 23% tax versus the top tax bracket that's close to 40%. And the reason why billionaires don't pay much in taxes, aside from the fact that they hire great tax accountants and move money offshore, but the reason usually is because they don't have taxable events. So Jeff Bezos, if he doesn't sell any shares of Amazon this year, he's not paying taxes. In fact, back in 2007, what happened was Jeff Bezos didn't pay any taxes. And in 2007, he actually claimed on his tax return, this is publicly disclosed, Jeff Bezos claimed on his tax return 4 dependents, his 4 kids. And he got a tax credit of $16,000, $4,000 per kid. Right? And he was a billionaire back then as well, of course. Yeah. So there's got to be some sort of tax reform. And look, I'm a capitalist. Y'all know that. But there's got to be tax reform to the extent that if you have over $1 billion, whatever it is, you should be paying the top income tax bracket. Yeah. So I know Elon Musk would disagree. Yeah. That's why he moved to Texas. Don't mess with Texas. He used to have a house around the corner from me here too. It's cool. So does Serena Williams. Serena Williams and the founder of Reddit, they were renting a place just 2 or 3 doors down. Yeah, it's pretty cool.